It was messing up on me. Alright, here, let's show off this game a little bit. Where am I need to go? Oh well. Oh, that's what I was looking for, right there on top. Just show this off.
Before the beginning, the Cosmic Lords crafted 3 artifacts. First was the Astral Domine, infused with the power of life itself. Next, the Chaos Moleri, source of all change. Last was the Destiny Dominus, containing all knowledge. The Lords created the very first world using these artifacts, planet Dominus, and placed it next to the Cosmic Circle. When the work of creation was finished, the Lords hid the items using the Cosmic Forge, and so their secrets remained hidden for a time. Then the unthinkable happened. The Cosmic Forge was stolen. The magic concealing the 3 items failed. News of the artifacts spread throughout the countless worlds. With it spread an even more unbelievable rumor. Whoever obtains all 3 will gain the powers of the Cosmic Lords. The Astral Domine was first of the 3 to be found. Hidden on a remote world, it was the subject of a bitter war between the militant Umpane, the devious Trang, and the Dark Savant. In the end, the Dark Savant gained the Astral Domine. Within it, he found a map pointing to Dominus. The Chaos Moleri was discovered half a galaxy away. The Mook found the device when it tore through a nearby moon with unbelievable force. When the Mook recovered the object, they too discovered a map. The Destiny Dominus collected dust in a remote monastery on Dominus for uncounted years, its true powers concealed with magic writ by the Forge. But the Destiny Dominus is no longer there. A madman named Martin stole it, they say. And Martin has vanished. A new age is about to begin. A new page will be written in the Book of Fate. It is the time of the Ascension and the dawning of a new destiny. Who will prove worthy? Who will become Cosmic Lords themselves?
Oh, there you go. Now you know the game. Oh, no, sorry. I guess we better play it. Start a new game. I've already got a party built. Let's go through this here. Darn it. It's been a while, I guess. I have a human lord. I like playing with this one because he has the ability to regenerate even when he has a cursed item that would normally drain anybody else's health or life. I have a get over there Felper Samurai. The thing with him is they have lightning speed and the ability to do critical attacks. And as you build up, he really gets good at doing those things. I've got a Mook Ranger. He's great with, he does critical on the bows, and he is really accurate with the bows as well. He's a Mook because there is a certain sword that only mooks can use, mook rangers, and it can be used from the back rank to hit anything in the front. Very extended reach. Got another mook, Gadgeteer. Gadgeteers, as the name would imply, creates items, and I just kind of like that ability to be able to create things. I've got a Hobbit Bard. She has the ability, she starts off first off with a flute, which casts an infinite sleep spell. And starting off, being able to put things to sleep is a bonus when dealing with massive enemy parties. And then I've got an Elven Bishop. Now in this game, the bishops are unique. They're able to learn from 4 different spell categories. Wizardry, Alchemy, Psionic, and I can't think what the 4th one is off the top of my head. We'll see it when I get into it here. And from that, you build on it, and they actually become pretty powerful if you create them powerful enough. And as I go into this game, we'll talk about how we can develop these people and make them pretty much an uber party, I hope. Actually, I've done this so many times I pretty much know how to do this, but sure. We'll play it on normal mode, so simplified, everything. There is an Iron Man version, which, like it says, you die, you're it. I mean, it's hardcore.
Grimpak the Mook hired you as an escort for a long voyage. He didn't say a word about where he was going or how long it would take. You were astonished to see such a huge metal ship. Grimpak must be a very great wizard to make such a thing sail. As soon as you entered, the ship set sail. That metal ship went straight up, making a sound like 1,000 angry dragons. For a long time, you sailed through the endless night. Then, at last, Grimpak broke his long silence.
The time has come to tell you the purpose of my trip. My fellow Mook have discovered an extremely unusual artifact. This has led them to a world called Dominus, where they are investigating a native ritual called the Ascension. They have asked me to assist, but there is some danger involved, so I have brought you along as protection. We will be landing shortly. Our descent may be a bit difficult.
As you begin your descent, your craft comes under the baleful watch of the Dark Savant and his black ship.
Master, we have detected a ship.
I arrived too late to stop the others, but these intruders will never enter the circle!
What should I do?
Destroy them!
The shock of the attack throws you to the deck. For a time, all is dark. Slowly, your senses return. You have washed up on a beach among the rest of the crash debris. It's a miracle that you're still alive, but your biggest challenge is still ahead of you. Your ship is gone. You're stranded on a strange world, and somewhere, far above, the Dark Savant awaits. You turn toward shore and plan your next move.
The game actually is different than the cinematics that they show here, so... Alright, first things first, I want to change my party formation. Let's see, the Bishop we want to leave there, the Gadgeteer move over there, and the Bard will move over there, and the Ranger will move to the back. Get a little bit of protection and sight on all sides here.
This unfortunate crash was most unexpected. Yet, opportunity often follows misfortune. We must be prepared to grasp it when it arrives.
We have a lagoon. There's, I don't know exactly what you want to call that up there at the moment. Getting up there is a little bit hazardous, so we'll hold off going that direction. There's a chest in front of us, and there's a door into the mountainside here with a waterfall. Like I said, it's been a while since I've played, so bear with me here. Chest provided some items. Steel gauntlets is most useful for the Lord. Oops. So we will equip that. You can tell that his armor class went down quite a bit there with his hands. Or actually, the higher the number, the better the armor class. We're here. I don't use the sling. Relying mostly on this poet's loot, which, like I said, is an infinite sleep. But we will give the bullet stones to our tinkerer, who uses an omnigun. Right now it's just the basics, but as we progress in levels, it does get better and does add things to it because of his tinkering abilities. Okay, there is crabs over there, but I'm not interested in going to them just yet because they are needed for something else. Now get in.
You all look nervous. Is something up here?
Worthy opponents.
Alrighty, we got something. Okay, this has two modes. There's phased mode, which I like to play in, then you got the continuous mode, which is a bit on the difficult side sometimes. Like I said, we want to use the poet's loot there. We only have the ranger with his arrows and the gadgeteer with his omnigun that has the ranged. Everybody else is short. Put one bat to sleep and missed on the others. Good, he missed on me. That was quick and easy for there, but the other badge is hidden around, so we'll have to walk. Now, I can remember the commands here. It's been a while. There he is. Comes to me, that's good. And we got rid of him.
Well done.
Gaining experience off that too. Now, the Lord, he is fighting with a rapier and a main gauche. And I'll change that as I get the weapons that I need and like for these. So he's actually getting 2 attacks. Likewise with the samurai, he has the katana and the wakizashi. So he'll get in 2 attacks as well. Alright. hand-to-hand
I
combat
sense
here.
movement.
Best thing to do is try to stay in the corner or stay along the wall. Let them come to me. That way I don't get surrounded and I can deal with them. They'll get to us, don't worry. And we'll use the loot on these again. Should point out, while we're kind of paused here, he's got, or she has actually got skills. The music is at a skill level 9, which goes to 100. As we use the loot, this will go up. As we gain levels, we can add points to it to a maximum of 75. After that, it's just natural. Whenever you use an item after 75, that's how it gains after that, to a maximum of 100.
That's that.
Yeah, that was that. Why didn't she use the loot? Oh, she abused the loot, that's why. Ugh. I don't want to know why she was abusing that loot, or how she was abusing that loot. 17 hit points. I don't know how much damage I've done to it. That one's got 11. And that one just fell asleep. Little icon there. Alrighty. I think we will walk up to this one while it's sleeping. Basically get a free attack on it. And we killed it.
Fortune was with us.
To be a way I can... There we go. Angle myself up there to get a better look. Okay. There is a critter on that other...
I see a creature, friends.
There, and I don't want to deal with that. These, however, I will.
May fortune smile on us in this great battle.
We got some rats here. They're kind of mid to low level there.
That one will know how to trouble us.
Put 3 of them to sleep.
Use a nap.
Using the items drains the stamina, which is the yellow bar. Health is the red bar, with the numbers underneath it. And once again, we will walk up to it. Kind of position ourselves as such. This one's woken up now.
A splendid victory!
Quick save. Now, like I said, there's a critter up that corridor there. And he's a bit toughy, so I usually tend to get myself into this corner and camp. Basically just kind of continually camp here until I get to everybody up to a level 2 through combat.
Everyone ready to fight?
No, because there's several people still asleep. Why'd you ask such a silly question? Whoa, we're on continuous. I did not like that. When we got continuous combat mode there. Suppose loot on these bats again. Two of them asleep. Two bats. Oh, that's the thing too. When you put them to sleep, if you hit them, they have that chance of waking up.
Stay dead!
Rid of that.
How exquisite!
Let's see, where are we at here? Well, we got a ways to go, I guess. Halfway there for that one, that one. And as you can see here, the Tinker's, the modern weapon skill increased to 17. That's through the use of the weapon. You gain these increases. She's still at 9, so range combat is now at 15. Modern weapon is at 17. The green indicates the raised ones. Rangers improved on the ranged weapon as well. And nothing in there, nothing in there. Sometimes you gotta do this several times to get the combats. There we go.
May fortune smile on us in this great battle.
Get all 6 bats. Or rats, I guess they are. Sorry. Oh, he's a little bit out there, out of range. But what we can do set the command to move, leaving the icon lit, and when they move into range we can click on it then. A little cheat. Oops. Exit out of the walk, didn't I? the end of that combat, he was down to 11. He just regenerated to 12. I wonder. Yeah, let's go ahead and use the sleep. Take what? That's better. Knocked myself unconscious, but I put that thing to sleep.
Fortune was with us. Yes, that's much better.
That was a good amount of experience. And with that, you notice Robin, who is the ranger, bow increased to 10, range combat skill increased to 18. Pan, who is the bard, the music skill increased to 10. And Mist, who is the bishop, combat skill, which for a bishop is not really geared towards combat, but that raised to 1. Most likely because of that last kill. And I think I don't like having that music up. I think we'll leave the rest of them there.
The chase begins. Attack!
1 bat. How much experience do you think I'm going to get off from just 1 bat? Out of range. In range. And did not put it to sleep. Oh, we killed it. That's good.
Ah, how exquisite.
Only 33 experience points. Well, that's going to take a long time for me to get anywhere with that. And our weapons, modern weapon skill for our gadgeteer went up.
Everyone ready
Another
to fight?
bat. I think they know that I'm recording this, that's why they're just being lame on it. Didn't make it. Out of range for the bard to do anything at the moment. The bat didn't move far enough. Oops. Now we can do it. And that was pointless.
Ah, how exquisite.
And another 33 experience points. Come on now.
Worthy
2
opponents.
bats. Wonderful. didn't take care of that one. Did it go to sleep? Nope. Thinks we need to practice more for it to go to sleep. There we go.
So much for that.
Alright, here I want to do something, show off a little bit here. This door is locked. I gotta do something on the other side. There's a securely bolted on the other side, so I need to get to the other side.
Something is creeping around.
Yes, we know. Grab these arrows. Get back over to this corner that I like. Something that I had found, I don't know, perhaps another cheat. You see that these arrows are unidentified. The bishop one of his primary skills is artifacts. Divinity, that's the one I was trying to think of earlier. Wizardry, divinity, alchemy, and psionics. But anyway, artifacts helps identify items. One way to increase that skill, if I can remember how to do this without messing it up, is grabbing one arrow at a time and then identifying it.
Thanks so very much.
I have a tendency, though, of
Thanks so
messing this
very
up,
much.
so if I don't be surprised if I accidentally identify all of them at one shot. But by doing it one at a time, you're increasing your artifact skill versus doing it all at one time.
Thanks so very much.
Surprisingly, too, even though I'm having my bishop identify this, when we go back to the main screen, a lot of times the other characters will indicate that they've added to their artifact skill. I never could understand that, but whatever works. The ranger has a unique ability to locate hidden objects. Oops, and there I did it. I just screwed that rest of those 19 up. Like I said, the ranger has a unique ability called scouting, which allows him to find hidden items. Majority of the time, though, those hidden items will automatically be identified. So you can see his artifacts went up to 5. This is my ranger. It was him that I was working on. His is up to 18 now. Everybody increased. Why that should be, I have no idea.
The chase begins.
A roach.
Attack!
Why does it have to be a roach? Alrighty then. Out of range. You gonna come into range? Yes, you are. You missed. You didn't. He didn't have that much health left. And he's asleep. Oh great, he's got one hit point.
Ah, how exquisite.
This is taking a while longer than I was expecting.
Everyone ready to fight?
2 bats. One bat. Could have sworn there were 2 there. He's asleep. So, let's walk up to it. And get rid of it
A
that way.
splendid victory!
Still, nobody went up. Should check that when we get done here resting here. Okay, that means you're 1 point away from a level. Seriously? 1 point? Wow. That would be the time they're not going to send me nothing. There we go.
Worthy opponents.
Again, 1 single bat. I think you're probably going to be out of range. Even on the move. Yep. Oh, we got rid of it. At range.
Ah, how
You gotta
exquisite.
love that ranger to do things like that.
I owe it all to good fortune and positive energy. Oh, this is great!
Alrighty. So the gadgeteer. We want to level up the census and dexterity first. In part, dexterity affects the chance to hit and to penetrate with physical attacks, the number of physical attacks in combat with all weapon skills. Dexterity also... Is it dexterity that I needed? Census and dexterity. Yeah, that's what I need to start off with. And senses affect anything which relies upon the character's senses, such as initiative, sighting monsters, finding hidden objects or secrets, scouting, mythology, psionics, and artifacts. Senses also affect some combat skills, such as close combat, critical strike, and dual weapon. Why would... Unless that has something to do with her Omnigon. we only given 6 points total, maximum 3 points per attribute. And here we have 9 total bonus points, putting a maximum of 3. And there's only really 3 important skills: engineering, modern weapons, and range combat. Engineering. And a bard. Three points into intelligence, which for a bard affects the character's performance in mental tasks such as music, artifacts, engineering, communication, close and range combat. You would think the engineering that would be on the important on the gadgeteer, but anyway, that's how it is. And dexterity, which we looked at earlier. Gaining 100 through the normal attributes, like I'm just doing here, opens up special abilities. And those really help out as well. Okay, we definitely want to add to the shield, to the sword, and we'll do the pickpocketing. The music and the locks and traps, I can work those up easily, but these other items, she needs the protection pretty much. Okay. You got another 400 to go. You got another 600 to go. You're still a Mark 1. Wow. I hope they'd give me more than just these 1 or 2 count critters. We need the bigger numbers. We need to hurry this up. We also need to have monsters come along. They are not wanting to show up now. Okay, normally this doesn't always take this long.
All right,
there
friends, this will take
there.
Teamwork.
If all 5 of them comes up. Sometimes they're like that one. There's one that's defending. He's not even coming through the door. And sometimes they run without even coming through the door as well. Alrighty. Too far out. Do our little sneaky trick here. Now he comes through the door. He must have been blocked by other rats that keep him from coming through. That's why he was defending. Guess we should also... the other thing too, you noticed, there's 4 rats. There's 5 active, 4 in range, 5 in view. But even though this is a monster list, even this one that he can't reach normally will be able to with the poet's lute. And that one in the far distance actually got affected by it. Oh, and they're all asleep now. One's gone. Now normally I wouldn't prescribe this, but I think I will walk in there. Just get rid of these. Just like that. That made short work. Ah, hit the wrong button. He's awake. Whoops, now he's gone.
Ah, how exquisite.
Only 192 experience. That's not enough.
All right, friends.
Ooh,
this
is
will
gonna
take
get interesting.
teamwork.
Got 2 sets. One set has 2 bats, the other set has 4 bats. And continuous mode, I hate that. So we'll try to put the 4 bats to sleep. Good, that's all we got left now is the bats. 4 bats. Ouch. You're not good enough yet to be hitting, I guess. There we go. And all of them are asleep, and we just woke one up. Alrighty. Okay, get rid of this. There we go.
Well done.
Abused her
Yes,
food
that's
again.
much better.
216.
Experience is its own
Alrighty.
reward.
Experience is the best teacher.
Splendid! I become even more deadly.
I'm getting there. Alright, the Lord. Okay, strength. Kind of pretty straightforward on that one. Affects any maneuver that requires physical strength, from hitting creatures to the damage done. Strength also influences most weapon skills, carrying capacity, and stamina. And senses, which we've already gotten through. Then here we want to concentrate on the dual weapons, the sword, and I'm going to get rid of the off weapon that he has and you go with a mason flail. There's a special combination of the sword and mason flail that I really like, so I build up on that as much as I can. Then the samurai. Need to build up dexterity and speed. Speed, obviously, as the name implies, affects the initiative in combat, the number of swings per attack, and the number of attacks per turn, which for a samurai, that is very useful. And here, definitely want to work on the critical strikes, dual weapons, and close combat. The sword skills goes up on its own. Then finally, the ranger. Ranger is the dexterity and the senses. I think that's for the ranger, that's pretty self-explanatory there, to get those two up and up fast. Definitely want scouting up. We had mentioned before he's got the special sword that he can use, so we'll pump into the sword skills until we get that sword. And the last one is really, player's choice. Bow, range combat, probably range combat. Either one will go up on its own. And how much more we need here? 160. Knock on wood, that should be quick enough. Providing, that is, they actually send someone to us.
A battle?
Okay.
How exquisite!
I don't know if that's going to help us or not, but I think they're not going to reach us in time, so let's just go ahead and do a combat round and then worry about the bard and movement. Shooting at the floor? What are you shooting at the floor for? Floor for. Alright. One of them is in range, so I can do this right off the bat. That's good. And it'll, even though the other four are out of range, it will still affect them. Shooting at the floor. And we put all four to sleep. That's good. Woke one up, but still. Abuses her poet's lute. Well, that can't be good. Really too far off. There they go. Now they're awake, but I am unconscious. So I can't do anything with them. They'll just have to come up to me. Bard went unconscious because she ran out of stamina. She's resting now.
Yes, that's much better.
She woke up. And fell unconscious again. But did put the roach to sleep.
Yes, that's much better.
Ah, how exquisite.
240. Is that what I needed?
Beware.
Yes.
My
Alright.
power grows stronger.
For the bard, the two mages thing is the intelligence and the piety. Intelligence affects the character's performance in mental tasks such as music, artifacts, engineering, communication, close and range combat, mythology, all forms and schools of magic except divinity, and a character's skill with lock and traps. Well, the major thing there is the all forms of school except divinity. The piety is what influences divinity. So that's why we got to work at both of those at the same time. Now, with the bard, the only spell that I pick up at character creation is Mind Stab. Reason for this, you can find or buy spell books from levels 1 through 5. So basically I am saving my spell points for the high level 6 and level 7 spells, since I can find all these other spells. Mind Stab is the only exception. There is no spell book for Mind Stab. I don't know if that was a mistake on the developer's part or something, but we will save our spell points. Now, the way I train my bishop is I go divinity spells first, then psionic, then alchemy, then wizardry. And there's a reason for that, because that helps build faster. So if I put in, like max out at 3 there, keep these numbers at this, the divinity first, then psionic, then alchemy, then wizardry. So like I said, at this moment of time, the only spell I have is a Mind Stab. The Mind Stab is a psionic spell. I don't want to use that at this moment of time. There are, if I can remember correctly, 4 spell books in this area that I'm in that I need to find. Let me camp here, get everybody up to strength. Let's quick save it. Kind of hug this wall a little bit because I don't want this critter to see me just yet. Another interesting trick is, if you know there's a combat coming up, you can initiate combat. It says you surprise the opponents, but there is no opponents listed. You can click walk and walk. It automatically tells you to go to move. You move.
I see a creature, friends.
Oops. There he is. And then you can click on each of these to say, okay, you can attack.
Too far.
Sometimes you get an attack in,
A
sometimes
great
you
conflict
don't.
awaits.
This time we didn't, but we will put sleep on it. He's got 24 health, but that's just nothing compared to what he can do if we get a chance here. Good, we put him to sleep. Woke him up. Hopefully he slept long enough that he's not going to attack us. Good, he didn't attack us, so let's hope we can do this again. Or kill him. You missed. Ouch. And he nauseated. That's what I was trying to avoid. He does heavy damage and nauseating.
I owe it all to good fortune and positive energy. Oh, this is great!
And let's go ahead and get these people leveled. is one of those spell books that I was talking about. Book of Light. For those skilled in divine wizardry or alchemy spellbooks, this tome communicates all knowledge required to cast the light spell and add spell points to the fire realm. Using light, the caster conjures a small flaming ball lasting the entire day to illuminate the area around the party. Now, it's kind of a worthless spell.
Excellent.
But it now has another spell in his spell. Let's see. There's two
I sense
items.
movement.
I see something.
Hidden item, Scroll of Haste, which we identified as soon as we got to it because
I
of
see
the
something.
ranger's ability.
Yes, that's much better.
Okay. She got rid of her nausea. That one's easy enough to go away over time. There are some things like poison that won't go away over time unless you're a lord. He won't take the damage, like I said before, even when resting. If you had anybody else that was poisoned and you rest, good chance that that would kill that party member. Oops. I wanted to do this. With the light, there is, or this is with any spell, there is 7 power levels. You gain the power levels as you gain in knowledge with the spell and with the realm that the spell is in, so like fire in this case. And I'm using this as a divinity, so we'll use a level 1. Fizzled. We have it casted, and now we can see there's a little light icon up here and how long it's going to last. But to do that until you run out of spell points. Then we'll camp and we'll regain those spell points, but we'll still have light up here. As soon as it's done. Okay. This went on a little longer than I was expecting it. I was hoping to get through with those combats to get everybody up to level 2. So we'll end it here and get back into it later on.